just got back from, well, not just got back, but I got up, went to yoga class, um, and then I came home and went to my prayer space and just kind of did like just silence and deep breathing for like 30 minutes. And then I felt really sleepy, so then I went to sleep and I just woke up. And I have to go to work later in about 2 hours from now. So um, I just decided to come on here. Excuse my robe. My house is freezing. I got it on. The heat is like on 75, but it's just not warm enough. So I got on my yoga clothes still and my little jacket and then my robe on top of that. So yeah, I'm freezing. I don't know. Today I am fasting. Um, I feel like when I fast, or people in general, and you can even research it, people that fast um, for health reasons, it really like tightens me up. Like I kind of hurt my shoulder yesterday in yoga class, and so trying to like stand up, bend backwards, and then catch myself with my hands. So for the first time, I was able to do it without assistance. But then when I'm up, I'm in a standing backwards bend, and then I tried to like come back up. Baby, that's when baby girl was like, "What? Why would you do that?" So woke up this morning extra sore when I was getting in the shower. I was like, damn. And then I went to class, and then I knew I had to take it easy. So I said in my yoga, like, if I can't do all my poses and stuff, then I'm going to just have to fast today. And so I know there's different ways to fast, but for me personally, my favorite way to fast is dry fasting. It's a soft dry fast because I don't like have any water or any food for 24 hours. Um, but man, the clarity that I get, like my clarity be so like sharp, and then like I just don't need as much sleep. So yeah, I'm just trying to fast. Everything is working out, so I really can't complain. Um, I don't know. I'm just trying to live in my purpose. So I am kind of holding back. I'm not gonna lie, because I kind of don't look forward to feeling judged or like that I'm saying the wrong thing. But I know that there's people like me out there because I found people on YouTube out there for me. So and other resources too. So um, today I just want to focus on going to work. I get off early. Um, I might try to edit some videos. That is so draining and tiring. Like I could do this kind of video where I could just sit in front of the camera and then just talk a little bit. I feel weird about it, but it's funny because I have so much to say. But once I cut the camera on, it kind of like I get really shy. Like not even me, because like how I trick myself is I'm like, well, I ain't got to post it, so it's not like I got it's live. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just get so like organized in my mind. Like I feel like I don't want to just be jumping all over the place, and but I know that I just have to like let it flow. I feel like what God is telling me as far as starting my YouTube channel is like don't take on all that pressure. Don't try to edit the videos and add music and do voiceovers and cut the scene and like it is. I personally can't. It's hard. Um, but I can talk about openly what I've been doing, even though I don't want to get my feelings hurt. I don't want people making me feel weird. Maybe I should even talk about the things that I don't want. I should talk about the things that I do want, for starters. But I would like just, confirmation and that I'm moving in the right direction. And if you would like my video, comment nice things, don't be too mean. And then subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. I'm sleepy. I'm not even sleepy. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, so I usually have like a schedule book. This is from last year, 2024. And I don't know, I just write like everything down. Whatever I want. Just everything that needs to go in the schedule book. But I find that I don't use up the pages because I don't need all of this space. Like, I don't need a full week on 2 pages. Like, I'm gonna show you my new one. I've been using this since like my early 20s. So not this specific one, but I mean like this kind of format where it's already ready to go. You just open it up and start writing in it. But this year, because I want to be more intentional, I went to Target and I got this one. And it's just paper with, it has the dates, but I don't use that. And so, I'm doing it a little different. So, first, I kind of like wrote like a goals, but for different, like this is a goal section. These are ideas, to-do lists, just stuff like that. And then over here, I created myself a habit tracker using pretty pens, a ruler, and a whiteout. And it just helps me like just know what I was doing for the month. So, I mean, I got this week. This is where we are now. And I kind of didn't even fill it in like all the way. But like the purple heart represents yoga. The pink heart represents hiking. The dark green heart represents me doing 2 hours of deep work. Because sometimes like I like to, it's so many things to work on. And like, like as I'm getting dressed sometimes, I'll notice like when I'm looking in my closet, like, okay, I gotta straighten out my closet. So then I try to straighten out my closet a little bit right then and there. And I'm like, oh, this should go in the garbage. So I take this and take it to the garbage. And then when I open the garbage, I realize it needs to be taken. So like, I just kind of get all over the place. So for me, I try to have intentional deep work based off the 80-20 rule. Meaning 80% of your problems can be solved by doing the 20% of the things you don't want to do, but that really matter. So like it's not necessarily cleaning out the fridge. It's not necessarily sweeping and mopping, or you know what I mean, something like that. It's not necessarily, oh, I gotta get dressed, and when I get dressed I gotta do a full face of makeup. I realize that too. It's not those things that get the 80% done. The 20% that gets the 80% done is, to me, the meditating, being in my gratitude space and meditating, sitting here, tracking it all so I can just be aware of what I spend my time doing. Take it, like this is for the week. This is, I think, last week. So I didn't fill it out as much, but I'm getting better with that. And then this is this week coming up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like is working for me. And then in here I take also like my business notes. So like I'm trying to do budgeting, which is like a little bit of, trying to budget a little bit here and how to price stuff that I'm selling, and just asking AI different things and writing it down and making it pretty. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with that. Some of my other habits that I try to track is like check in with my kiddos. So I have 5 nieces and nephews and my 2 kids. So I love them so much, and I'm a very small knit family. So, and honestly, nobody in my I'm not really close to anybody in my family. Nobody. Um, and it's just part of it is like traditional, like conventional. That's just how it is in our family. Like we're not very close, and we're a very small family. But also, I live out of the state, across the country now, so I'm not even near them. Um, but one thing, I mean, in my family, everybody else is adults, so I just feel like it's a little bit harder to change or mold an adult to seeing the value in family. But it's much easier with my kids and my nieces and nephews. So that's why I wrote that down. So I just try to keep in contact with one or some of them, and I think about them every single day. So that's one of my little hearts. This is February. It hasn't started yet. I already wrote it out yesterday. And then pranayama, which is another word for it's a Sanskrit word for breath work. So not it means breath work for us. So um, that's what I call myself, taking 30 minutes and just sitting there and just breathing correctly. Um, One time when I went away to go do a training to become a yoga instructor, there was this lady from India, and she said that her husband was on all these high blood pressure medicines, and just with the pranayama alone, 10 minutes a day, taking deep breaths, he was literally able to get off all his meds within 2 weeks. So once that stuck with me. Once I knew that, I was like, oh yeah, so pranayama is very important. Like we just need to be breathing and knowing how to breathe correctly. And that's something that I learned that was so amazing to me too. Like when I was over there getting that training, was like we usually don't eat right, we don't sleep right, and we don't breathe right. Real quick, I want to touch on that. So with the eating, you're supposed to chew like 20 to 30 times before you swallow it. And then after you're done eating, you should be going on a walk. Like 20 minutes or so after, you should be going on a walk or doing some kind of exercise, some kind of movement for because like the walking, what it does is it literally activates the bottom half of the digestive system. So the top half's already worked because you've eaten, and it's down, and now this is going through the process of getting broken down and then distributed, the nutrients being distributed and the waste being distributed where it goes. Um, so I didn't know that you should be chewing 20 to 30 times per bite and walking afterwards to activate the bottom half of the digestive system. I thought that was amazing. And then they were saying like most people don't know how to sleep. Um, don't shoot the messenger, but we should be sleeping like pretty much on our backs, with no pillows or anything, because it keeps the spine straight. And everything's about keeping the spine straight in yoga. Um, and then like not falling asleep with our phones or anything. You should literally be thinking about like maybe your day you've had and letting it go, and then asking yourself, this isn't necessarily yoga, but I add a little more to this, but like asking yourself like the questions, like transformative questions. How can I be better? What can I do tomorrow that will, and then you just think about those things right before you're going to sleep. Me personally, right now, I'm trying to manifest um, not living paycheck to paycheck. Like some of that is just budgeting. Like I eat used to like with it for the last 2 or 3 weeks I haven't been, but usually I'm just eating out every single day in everybody's drive through, um, and like $40 or $50 a meal sometimes. Like if I go sit down, if I don't go through a drive through. Um, so I'm glad to be able to not have to feel like I need to eat like that. So yeah, it was eating and And then the breath work. Like I said, my pink heart's for hiking. The red is for slacklining. So I went on a date a couple of months ago, and we decided to meet up at a park. Sorry, I got gnats. I didn't get them, but I got gnats, and from having like I got like over 20 plants in my house. There's one right there. I have one right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there. Oh, that's the mirror. Yeah. Anyway, but I got like plants everywhere, so I'm trying to get the gnats under control. But I went on this date, and we were going to meet up at the park. It was kind of summertime, and just to chit chat. Usually, I don't like to do that, but actually, I've been liking to do that because it saves a lot of time. Because online with the date, that's a whole nother video. But online with the dating, which I'm not even online anymore, they be lying about stupid shit. Like, why you saying you? This one guy, tell me he's 6 feet tall. Nigga, I'm 5'4", bro. You not no more than 5'8", 5'9" with your shoes on. I feel like a tiger the way you lying to me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm off of that because I don't like how God like just be like you. Anyway, I'm an open-hearted, open-minded individual. So you being short or not being 6 feet does not make me be like, no, I'm not attracted. Like you need to be very smart. I like men smarter. I like my man smarter than me. You know what I mean? Um, anyway, so I've been cool with just a hurry up, let's just see each other type of date so I could see if you're lying about your height. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the way you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're going to lie about your height, you're going to be lying about all types of stupid shit that don't even matter. Like, why? You know what I mean? So anyway, I use that as not this guy, but the guy that lied about his height. I use that as a opportunity to like speak up for myself and let them know, hey, you lied about your height, bro. That I anyway. So anyway, so we met up, and he's like, oh, I have slack lines, and I was like, what's that? So he brings out these like ropes essentially, and then we wrap them around two trees, and I call it tight roping, literally on the rope trying to walk across. He was able to do it. I was like, that is amazing. He was so surprised I could even stand up by myself. Not by myself with him holding me, but I was able to just stand up there. But man, at like 2 days later, I went and bought my own. I haven't seen him since. He was cool, but a little too touchy feely. Like just because we doing slacklining together. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm a little bit based off my traumas and things that I've been through in the past. Like, don't be, don't get too touchy feely too soon. You just met me. Anyway, so I went about my own, and I have a video or two of me slacklining. If you want me to, post it or show y'all, I definitely will. It's so fun. It's so good for you. It satiates both sides of the brain, both hemispheres, and helps strengthen your core because you have to stand up there. You have to use all your balance. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I haven't slacklined that much this month. Probably like only once or twice. But the month before that, December, I was there pretty much a lot. And then I have like a reading goal is the light green heart. And I actually haven't been incorporating that goal, and that's okay. That's the other thing. I'm really nice to myself. I'm not too like I used to be so hard on myself, and you didn't get it done. You ain't. That's you just a horrible person. But now I'm more like, all right, but did you get the 80? Did you do the 20%? Like things like that. Did you do deep work today? Because deep work is more important than just reading for fun. Yeah. So anyway, still reading this. Haven't finished it. Takes me forever because I never just read a book all the way through in one sitting. Like you know, unless it's like a novel, like a love story. I like to read those. But books like this, I don't really. And then when I do, I got this from the Goodwill. And look, somebody wrote this. It was nice. But when I do get the book, get to reading it, I literally underline, not highlight anymore because the highlights fade. I just underline cool things, and this is a great book. That's why I keep it right on my desk. Just give you some things to think about. So I haven't been doing the reading goal thing, but and then the last one, the blue heart is post. So I'm supposed to be trying to post all the time and often. I've been thinking about that too. Like I don't want to post because I want money. Excuse me. I'd rather post because it makes an impact on somebody. And I'm not gonna lie, that's very easy for me to impact people. All of the things that I've been through, you wouldn't even believe it. You just wouldn't even believe. Not, you know what I mean. So I do have like a way of like lifting people up and speaking life into them, which is why I know I should have a YouTube channel and just start talking about these things. Because like when I talk about it at work and stuff, sometimes people don't want to hear it. The client don't want to hear that. They're not in the space to hear it. Or to be honest, I don't like. I ain't gonna say I'm wasting my breath. I know I'm planting a seed, but I'm tired. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I just want to send a client to my video then, so that I could keep growing too. Because they don't even be really wanting to hear that. You know, I got friends that I've had for years and years and years that I've talked about certain things that they should do. People that need to be, you know, like I believe in holistic health. I believe in like hiring people to help you. You know what I mean? Like I hired somebody to help me do my nails. You know what I mean? So hire somebody to help you with your, in a natural way, help you with whatever your ailment is or your problem is. You know, I had some deep traumas around my son. He had his father that has nothing to do with him got him in a serious accident when he was 2, and his father don't have nothing to do with us. And my son is epileptic now. Everyday seizures, nonverbal, wear a diaper. So I think I have a lot of positive and love to like give, but I don't know about just giving it at work, and it's just not the same. It doesn't reach as many people. And if I just had like $1 for every time somebody told me that I should be a speaker or I should write a book, you know, if I had $1 for that, I would be so rich that I wouldn't even be probably wouldn't even come on YouTube. For what? Even though it's not about the money, I still probably wouldn't be able to see like the point. So, um, yeah. So I don't know. I'm just doing Lord's work as I always say. I'm coming on here with a video to get more comfortable, get more familiar. Um, anyway, peace. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.